Oops, sorry guys. So, welcome back guys and welcome along to another video. This is Bradley Young. I thought I was talking to myself for a minute, but I wasn't because I was on mute. But there's a few people joining us tonight. We've got Paul Wilson and we've got Liam Keatley. Thursday Night Live is obviously out of our hands because Sunderland's moved to 7th in the Championship on 66 points. Obviously, Millwall have got Blackburn this weekend, on Monday, sorry. Obviously, Middlesbrough play Coventry on Monday, and we've got Preston on Monday. So, it's basically out of our hands, but we can change it. We can actually win this game, hopefully. We can go down to Deep Deal, get a win at Preston, come back, and we'll be in the playoffs, fingers crossed. Any comments on the chat so far? There's no comments on the chat at the moment. Hope there is soon. If you've got any comments, you can put them in the chat, or if you haven't got any comments, you can leave them down below after the show. If you haven't got anything for now to ask, you can ask after the show. So, Paul Wilson will be on very soon, and Liam will be on soon as well. So, yeah. And talking about Paul Wilson, he's just arrived. Here he is. It's Paul Wilson, everybody. It's Paul
Hello.
Wilson. Hello there, Paul. Good evening. Well, good afternoon, may I say. To you. So, Paul, we're going to talk about the Watford game on the weekend. Obviously, it finished 2-2 on Saturday, if you can remember that rightly. If you can, that would be great. Obviously, Luke O'Nien scored in the 70th minute, and Paddy Roberts scored in the 90+ third minute. I think it was literally the last couple of kicks of the game to make it 2-2, actually. So, overall, Paul, were you happy with that performance second half? Did you think we reacted quite well?
Yeah, I was actually happy with the second half, to be honest. First half, I actually wasn't happy with, but second half, actually, I was over the moon with.
Aye. Good goals, obviously, by O'Nien and Paddy Roberts as well. Good goals.
Yeah, really good goal by Patrick Roberts.
Patrick Roberts was sensational of a goal. I think it was it Clark who gave them it on the half? Was it Clark who gave them it in the D?
Yeah, it was Jack Clark.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, like at half time as well, they brought out the 1973 team.
Yeah,
because tomorrow is the 50th anniversary since we actually won the FA Cup.
That's interesting. 50 years since we've won the World Cup, FA Cup. Everybody, I was going to say World Cup. What the heck?
World Cup.
Yeah. Obviously, Tony Mowbray apparently and Christian Speakman is met as Sunderland's linked with a new coach, apparently. Quite a few people have been saying it's fake, don't believe it. But obviously, if it's on the club's website, obviously, if it goes through the club's website and obviously it gets appointed, then we will have to believe it, obviously. There's no point.
Yeah, there wasn't much said in that, to be honest. All that was Speakman said, you're here next season.
Obviously, it's Francisco Ferrari who we linked with, 34-year-old Italian manager. Hi lads, sorry I can't be on. I'm just watching my little brother at goalkeeper training and then off to work. That's not a problem, Acacia. Don't worry about that.
I'll see you on Monday.
So Paul Wilson. Apparently, there's a few rumours this afternoon. Well, there's been a few things this afternoon. Tony Mowbray's press conference as well, leading up to the Preston game. We'll talk about this as well, mate. As well. Apparently on Sunderland AFC news. Apparently, that 2 seconds. Wait, I get it up. It says 2 seconds. Sorry, everybody. 2 seconds. I can't find it, but apparently, Edward Meachut, apparently that a deal hasn't been agreed for Estate Sunderland next season on a permanent deal. Obviously,
That's what Mowbray said. A deal hasn't actually been agreed yet.
Hasn't been agreed
because we're not sure what Meachut actually wants to do. We don't know if he wants to stay with us or he wants to go back to PSG. But Mowbray said that those talks with PSG will happen once the season is done.
Yeah.
And Manchester United's loan manager went to the Academy of Light yesterday to speak to Tony Mowbray about Diallo. And apparently Mowbray joked and said he actually wished it was actually a 2-year deal, 2-year loan that we actually had Diallo on.
Yeah. We all do, really. We all wish that was a 2-year deal for Ahmad because obviously he's been playing out of his skin this season. He's been playing brilliant. So brilliant goals from him as well. Great goal down with Birmingham, obviously, earlier in the season. Obviously, I think that finished 2-1 down there. You've got his goal also at Birmingham at home as well. Sunderland playing Birmingham at home. Good goal from him then as well. Other ones have been from, can't remember where the other ones have been from. Diallo, trying to think.
Wigan away was one of them.
Wigan away, that's it. Yeah, that was one of them.
That was a really good goal by him. I was down there actually.
Yeah, Wigan.
I'm trying
to think what else he scored. That
Huddersfield. It was Huddersfield away.
Huddersfield away, yeah, he scored there as well with Alex Pritchard, obviously. So quite a few. Quite a few people.
Mowbray said the only player that will not be available on Monday is Dan Ballard.
Yeah, Dan Ballard.
But the rest of the team is available. And fair enough, Mowbray said 2 players didn't train today, but he's hoping they are back on Monday.
Yes, indeed. So
he wouldn't say what players though.
Yeah,
he just said 2. He said 2 players missed training today.
Yeah,
but they'll be back Monday because Mowbray said he'll get them in training, the players, on tomorrow, Saturday, and they'll be flying down to Preston on Sunday.
Yeah. So apparently
the game on Monday.
Yeah, apparently Tony Mowbray says that he sounds like he's here to stay next season at Sunderland as well. Obviously, if Sunderland get promoted to the Premier League, I think it could be different scenario. But at the moment, he's here to stay. Questions were for Edward Meachut as well. I've seen it now. It's not a done deal for the summer window. Lots of things is considering, including if the player wants to stay. I think Edward Meachut.
I think he'd want to stay, to be honest.
Also, the cost of the player, well, apparently it's 2.5 million to £5 million, apparently. You've got what PSG say, so what they've got to say about it. See if we want to agree on it.
I think most of it will be on our budget. I think.
And also,
because apparently Mowbray said he wants to. Well, I know he won't be the one that'll bring the players in, but Mowbray has told Speakman he wants to make sure that we've got areas of the full pitch covered, like goalkeeper, for example, right up to goalkeeper to striker. He wants to make sure that we've got plenty options in the squad.
Yeah, also in the news as well as Sunderland FC, just for our podcast also, we've just seen that Stuart Donald reacts after completing an 85% Eastleigh takeover happening soon. Apparently, the co-owner Stuart Donald taking over non-league Eastleigh FC has been confirmed. Louis Dreyfus owns a 50% stake of Sunderland, obviously, when Centauri increases his stake to 33%. It was confirmed last month, which was $3 up to Eastleigh FC in the National League is intended to return to there, which obviously it's been agreed on. Hopefully, he goes there.
That takeover's been complete.
Yeah, that takeover's been complete as well. If anyone didn't know about Stuart Donald's takeover. Also, as well, happy birthday to Joe Gelhart as well. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday to Joffy. Happy birthday. And obviously, one of my favourite players yesterday, it was Alex Pritchard's birthday. So happy birthday to Pritchard as well.
Yeah, I seen it was his birthday yesterday.
He had an amazing day yesterday.
I just hope now, because Leeds has now got Big Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Big Sam, do us a favour and keep Leeds up so we can keep so we can get Joffrey back next season.
So apparently Julio Alcott as well. Obviously he has signed as South Shield's boss. Tommy Miller's coming in as his assistant. Apparently Julio Alcott is hoping he can use his Sunderland connections, so like get Sunderland players as well, including. I think it won't be any of the first team. Obviously, I think it will be some of the under 23s. I think like the youngsters. I think it will be.
It is. Apparently, he spoke to our under 23 manager to probably agree a deal, which I think it's been agreed.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's any players that needs to go out on loan next season, I think the boys will go there. Mowbray actually said today, he's been watching our loan players, like Matete, which has done well, like he's actually been promoted twice.
Mm-hmm.
He was in our promotion race, and now he's got Plymouth. They're promoted, and now they're joining us, Ipswich.
Yeah. And on the other hand, Salmon Pants, Charlie Bethman, his 10.5 million Jordan Athletic bid has been rejected by Thomas Sangard, apparently. So his deal has been rejected.
It's been rejected.
Also in the news this week, obviously Sunderland star Luke O'Neill has been making a story on YouTube. Well, I think that'll be in the Sunderland story. From obviously book you get your tickets. Obviously it's from the 17th until the 27th of May. Me and Paul's gonna go. I think one time, so we'll go one time. Me and Paul. And also on this day, yesterday, apparently Sunderland striker Charlie Buchanan in 1919 was amongst the scorers as the lads won in the Durham Senior Cup final. So that was 105 years ago. So that was a massive, thing in history.
Saying you mentioned stuff like that. I know you saw there was a game at the Stadium of Light yesterday. Sadly, there was pyrotechnics there, but I'm pleased that there wasn't a message actually on the board because the boards were off. Which I was surprised actually during the game yesterday. The games were actually off completely.
I thought the boards would have been on.
No, they were off, but there was a message that came over the tannoy just to tell people about the pyrotechnics.
So from the second tier P Leagues, here's what each team has happened to secure a playoff place on the final day. So we're going to read these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams we're going to read out. So Coventry. So they need to avoid a defeat against Middlesbrough. If they lose, they need one of Sunderland and Millwall not to win. West Brom can also catch them, but need a win and a 5-goal swing. Millwall need to beat Blackburn. This is Millwall we're talking about now. If they draw, and they need Sunderland and West Brom not to win. Obviously, he has Sunderland now. They need to beat Preston and hope Coventry lose or Millwall fail to win. So we want either a Millwall draw or a Blackburn win for it to go our way, or a Coventry getting beat off Middlesbrough. If Borough, please do us a favour on Monday. Please win Coventry. I'll be happy if it happens. Blackburn need to beat Millwall and hope Sunderland and West Brom fail to win. So I don't think that will happen.
I've got a feeling we'll beat Preston anyway. Yeah, Preston are not even. Preston's got nothing to play for. I know Watford didn't, but we play much better away from home, so I wouldn't. The way it was sounding from Mowbray today, it sounds like he's actually going to go to Preston and actually try and actually go down there and actually win.
Yeah. Also on Sunderland GFC banter news and videos, we had a question up saying name Sunderland's best ever central midfielder. So, who's your best central midfielder? After this show, you can put it in the comments section below. I know who mine is, definitely, 100%. What about you, Paul? We'll let you go first.
Well, this season, you know what? I'm gonna go with Dan Neil.
And what about your all-time one? Like all-time like being a Sunderland fan. What's your all-time one?
If
If you had to pick.
Hendo.
John Henderson, of course, yeah. Mine was Lee Cattermole, to be honest. I like Lee Cattermole. He fighted for every ball and everything. Great captain as well. But for this season, I'm going to give it to Dan Neil as well, to be honest. I thought at the start of the season he wasn't playing that well, but when January, February, March, April go, he's been playing fantastic football. So fair play to the lad.
It'd be better when Corey Evans is back with him.
Yeah, it'll be better when he's back with him.
We won't see. Well, apparently I've seen. Gone to the Echo. We won't see Evans until because Evans is not back. Apparently at the start of the season next year. So it'll probably after when Evans will be back.
Yeah.
That's according to the Sunderland Echo anyway. Because there's not that many players that's out of contract. There's a kind of few, but there's not that. There's not that many. Dan Bollard, for example, is not out of contract. He's with us until 2025.
So still 2 years on his contract.
Yeah. Pritchard is his extension. That's been signed, apparently. I know the club hasn't announced it, but it was automatically renewed.
Yeah. Let's have a look what else. Anything else?
I'm trying to think. Danny Bath's contract, that was already automatically renewed. I know the club is still trying to tie down Ross Stewart. Because Tony Mowbray did mention today that fair enough, he's not the one that's given the contracts out, but he is speaking to the out of contract players, I think, this afternoon actually.
Oh, wow.
Because Mowbray has actually been, he apparently held a meeting today with the recruitment team.
Fingers crossed Stewart deal gets sorted again next season. Also, Bristol City, Sunderland rivals in transfer race for League One striker as well. So that'll be I'm thinking that Ben House from Lincoln. He's after from Bristol as well.
What do you think of us being linked with Bellingham's brother from Birmingham?
What, Job Bellingham?
Yeah, we've been linked with him.
I think that'll be a fantastic signing. I think Joe Bellingham will just turn out what dupes.
Because
Like,
for me, do I think we'll get him? I think we could. Speakman's connections with Birmingham. I actually think we could get him.
And obviously, our players, what we've got now, it actually fits the model as well. Like, he's only 17, 18 year old, and it actually fits the whole model because there's like a young team out there who plays football for us red and white every week. Plays in red and white for us every week. So just a short one tonight, guys. We're going to go on to the Preston game and we're going to wrap it up then after this. So Preston North End, Paul. Let's talk about the Preston game for a bit. So Championship.
That's going to be a full house.
Should be. Yeah, should be.
Yeah, it is. We sold out our allocation.
So apparently the referee's been confirmed as well for Monday afternoon. Can you remember that one, Paul? Can you remember the name of it?
It's Matley. Robert, I think, Robert Matley. We haven't actually had him for a while.
Robert Matley. Oh, I haven't had him for a while. I can't remember him.
No, I think he was... I can't remember the last time he was, but we haven't had him for a while.
Yeah,
I remember we actually had his brother in the Premier League.
The last time out we had him was the 26th of April, 2022. No, hold on. 2022-23 season. Let's have a look. The last time we had him was on the 17th of September, and we played Watford away and we drew 2-2 down there at Vicarage Road.
Yeah, the game I remember from him is when we played Doncaster. I think we beat them, I think.
Was that during the Christmas break? I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, 3-0 during the Christmas break. Yeah, it was 3-0. And obviously we had them for Wigan as well at the start of the season, last season. 2021-22 season, we had them on the 7th of August. And we won Wigan 2-1. And it was a 3-0 win to Sunderland on the 27th of December. And then we had one again and we won 2-1. So I think our record under him has been phenomenal, really, really good. So obviously let's go to Preston. Hopefully we'll win this one. Obviously tomorrow or Saturday I'll be doing my game week 46 score predictions for the last game of the season by myself. So watch out for that. In the last podcast, before we move on to the Preston game, will be next Wednesday evening, and that'll be hosted at Gateshead College next Wednesday evening. So that'll be nice to wrap the season up with a Gateshead College stream, to be honest.
Probably a win. a win at Preston North End. Can you imagine? I know I'm just dreaming here, but can you imagine, right? We beat Preston then, and see when we'll come to do the next stream at Gateshead College, and like, we come on with like, oh, we're in the playoffs. Can you picture it?
Well, one of my, I don't know, I think it's a principal, and one of the principals from college, he used to support talent and academical, and obviously Alex Neil used to manage them, and he always used to go on and tell me about, how is Alex Neil getting on at Sunderland at the moment? This was when we had him last season. He was like, he's been playing well under us. Obviously we were 16 games unbeaten at the time, when I was telling him about it. He was like, we got up then this season, he was saying. And obviously we went to Wembley, and obviously we won 2-0 over Wigan, and obviously we got promoted. Overall, Alex Neil, I can't obviously fault him because look at obviously Jack Ross, look at Lee Johnson, Phil Parkinson, De Grega was promoted, none of them did. Alex Neil came in, tried his best from February to get us up. You know what he done? He done his due, he done his job, and he got us up. And I'm actually proud of him for doing that for us. Many people might call him this and that, but for me, I think it's totally unacceptable. Really, now I think it's unacceptable because I've thought now. Look at the man who's promoted us. Even Paul will actually agree on this. Hopefully, on this one. Look at the man who's actually.
I actually have to agree.
And
Like I was disappointed actually the way he left.
No, I totally get your point there, Paul. I don't get why he left like that, but fair play to get us promoted. Go. Could have stayed this season as well. Hopefully, if he didn't go to Stoke, I think he would have stayed on if Stoke didn't want him. I think he would have stayed on. Have you shared this video on Facebook and Twitter?
No,
Paul?
not yet. In case you have I will when.
Share it after the stream. I know this is very early stream tonight, guys, for everyone who's watching because we don't normally do streams until 7 o'clock normally, but we've had a time to fit it in at 5 o'clock this evening. Because there's only 2 people watching, we need to get more people watching, like friends who we have on Facebook. Yeah, exactly. We need to get more people to watch this stream, like we won't get many subs into, we won't get views either, which I won't be happy. So obviously Tony Mowbray came in from August. Obviously his first game was against Rotherham, and that night he actually won 3-0 on the night. I remember that goal from Jack Locke. Really, really good goal. He cut it inside, he ran, shot, goal, brilliant goal by him. Has Tony Mowbray done good this season? Well, yeah, I think he has. I think he's done more than he's expected someone to get. To be honest, I thought at the start of the season, I thought we wouldn't even have been anywhere near these positions, near the playoffs especially. I thought we weren't going to get back there again. Quite a few people saying in the South Stand as well. That a few people said at the start of the season that we'll get playoffs this season as well. So I hope he's the right guys. I'm saying that. All it takes is Middlesbrough to beat Coventry or Millwall to get beat. That's all it takes for us to win. Then we're in them. So basically.
Yeah, I'm actually proud of the way Tony Mowbray's done this season. You know, because he actually was asked in his press conference this afternoon actually what his thought is actually on the season, and apparently Mowbray said when he came in, apparently the club didn't ask him to go, like what Alex Neil did.
Yeah.
It's actually like go straight for promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently the club actually wanted to stay. According to Mowbray anyway. Mowbray said the club actually wanted to stay in the championship this season.
Yeah.
And then build on from there.
Consolidating the championship. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the club wanted this season.
Well, I think we're more than confident enough to get into the playoff places. I think we're more than confident enough to do it. If Middlesbrough beat Coventry, or if Millwall beat Blackburn beat Millwall, we win. We're up there on a better goal difference. And obviously, we'll wait and see because next Wednesday might not be the last stream. It might be a few weeks after that because obviously we've got the semi-finals to play and we've got the final to play if we get through to that stage. Who knows? Football, you can't obviously predict what's going to happen because obviously on the day, it's obviously, you'll see what happens on the day. You can't predict it before the football's kicked on the pitch. But yeah, hopefully we'll beat Preston on Monday. Score prediction, Paul, before we wrap up?
Well, since I'm actually going and I actually want to keep my my actually away record. Because I've only actually seen us lose once away from home.
Oh, wow. Was that Blackburn, I'm guessing?
No, that would have been Rotherham away.
Oh, Rotherham away, yeah.
Yeah, that was the only lose I've actually seen away from home. So I want to keep that. I want to keep that winning record. So I'm actually going to go because with Mowbray saying today that he wants to go down there and actually win. He doesn't want to know the rest of the results until the final whistle.
I'm thinking 2-0. That's what I'm thinking.
And Preston's got nothing to play for. I know they lost against Sheffield United on Saturday. Thank you, Acacia. So I'm going to go 3-0 Sunderland.
3-0 Sunderland. Oh, very nice.
Give him a nice clean sheet away from home.
Well, if you think about it, Coventry draw, we win by 3-0. We'll still go up if that way it goes, because obviously we'll have a better goal difference. We'll have 13 and they'll have 12. So we'll have a better goal difference that way as well. So all we need, if that happens, if what Paul's just said, is a draw at Coventry as well. That'll work. That'll work out as well.
I don't know who would score 3 goals.
I think Amado will score 1, Clark score 1, and someone else will
I
score
think
1.
Diallo will score down there.
For his last goal, for his last game for the proper season before
I think probably Patrick Roberts will
again.
score down there, and I'm going to say Joffrey.
Ooh, Joffrey. Nice.
It could be his final game for Sunderland as well, if you think, because he's on loan.
It could be, if he doesn't get in the playoffs, it might be. So that about wraps it up now from Bradley Young and Paul Wilson, and we'll see you on Sunday evening for Sunday Night Live. No, it won't be, because obviously we'll have a game on Monday, so it'll be next. No, tell you what, we'll take a break Sunday. We'll do next Wednesday night, so we'll give the team another week's deserved break, because all these members have been on this show constantly, so we'll give you an extra week and we'll go back live on Wednesday night from Gateshead College. So take care. Goodbye.
See you on Wednesday.
Take care, everyone.